Hello, everybody. My name is Ojalix, and welcome to the Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King any percent tutorial. Obviously, if you were going to be running this game, this is going to be for the GameCube category. GameCube, any percent easy specifically. As far as options go, there's really nothing that needs to be set in this menu unless you want to just turn the rumble off. That's really up to you. That's all preference. And then to start, make sure when you're starting your runs, even though the timer doesn't start until you gain control of Gandalf, make sure that you show difficulty confirmation. That's just a way to make sure that the run is actually legit. So yeah, go ahead and start. And then we have this long unskippable cutscene. I will be cutting these out of the tutorial, all of these FMV cutscenes out of the tutorial, just so that way you guys don't have to sit through them or just fast forward through them. I'll just be cutting them out in editing, and I will see you guys when we get to the actual run itself. Alright, so we're going to be picking it up right here at the end of at this part of the cutscene, just so that way I can start explaining how the first level is going to be working. Helm's Deep in itself, it's going to be, at least for the start, it's going to be primarily an auto-scroller. And what we're going to be doing for the start of this level is we're going to be starting off. We have about like 30 to 45 seconds of an auto scroller. I will also be telling you guys when timer starts. So timer will be starting right now. And what you're going to be doing is clearing out these guys around you using speed attacks, and then you're just going to be spamming ranged attacks using your melee speed attacks when enemies will be getting near you. These strats will be working. This strat, actually, I'm pretty sure that this even works on PC, or this is what is done on PC. I don't actually know what strats necessarily differ. But you're just going to be sitting here and spamming this for quite a while. Because since you have unlimited arrows, you can just use this opportunity to grind a lot of EXP. And it's exactly what you want it to be like. So when you see that catapult go, you want to activate your bubble using L and R. This isn't necessarily required, it just helps to add a little bit of safety. Because at the end of this cutscene, you'll have your bubble. Gandalf can then run through, which we still got body blocked, which kind of sucks. So I just used a fierce attack to get rid of that guy there. And when you get here, this part is important because there's a glitch that can happen if you go too fast. If you go too fast, you lose about 20 seconds to this glitch. So what I do is I usually run here, wait for the catapult to go, then run up and stand by Legolas and start spamming my range attacks to kill everybody. That should prevent the glitch. Yep, it did. Cool. You'll know that you got the glitch because you will be standing there waiting and that cutscene won't play right away. It's super important that you manage to get that you don't get that glitch, otherwise it's a 20-second time loss right away. And then here, you just go and use your action button to drop down here, run around this guy, and start activating these ballistas. Don't bother about killing enemies, you literally just need to run up and activate all 3 ballistas in order for the level to end. Sometimes you'll get hit, that's fine. Once you activate this 3rd ballista, that's going to be the end of Helm's Deep. It's a really simple level, really easy to just go and do right away. Unless you get Helm's Deep glitch, you should really have no reason to be resetting on this level. Your biggest reset points will be coming after this level, which I will be explaining more at the end of the cutscene when we get into level tallying. Alright, so now we're going to be getting into EXP tallying. If you guys have played this game before, which I really hope you have, you will know the 4 different kinds of kills. Fair, good, excellent, perfect. Each of them give you more EXP, and they're based upon how much damage you do without getting hit. And that's kind of that damage meter that's down in the bottom corner. And then after each level, it will tally up all your EXP, fair, good, excellent, perfect. If you're on PC, you can skip all of this. If you're not on PC, you can't. You just have to go through it, and then at the end, it gives you the mission rating, as you can see down there. We got the perfect rating, which then gave us a 5,000 EXP bonus. That perfect rating is super important because you want to make sure you need to be level 3 by the end of Helm's Deep. And then here, we have our first little bit of menuing. It will explain different upgrades, Fellowship upgrades versus just Gandalf. You can also kind of see that there. First little bit of menuing, there are going to be a couple of abilities that we are going to be buying here. It's important. Menuing in this game can be kind of finicky, so if you have slow menus, that's fine. But the abilities you're going to want to be focusing on are the ranged abilities here. That's really kind of the only abilities you're going to be focusing on upgrading is the ranged abilities. And I will be explaining each of those as we get to them. Each character has their own different upgrading path that I'll be explaining later on in the different tutorial videos. But what you're going to be doing is for this first menu, you're going to want to buy Light of the Pilgrim and Wizard's Power. Those Wizard's Power will give you a longer bubble, which comes in handy and later on. This will be the only upgrade to the bubble that you will be buying, so make sure that you do buy that. And then Light of the Pilgrim is a increased damage to your ranged attack, so that's super important. And then you're going to come up here and you're going to buy Or Cure for the Fellowship. One thing to note is if you're buying for the Fellowship, obviously you can see the differences here. You know that you're just buying it for Gandalf if you're over here on the left side, but if you're over on the right side, you see every picture of all the main characters listed there, as well as you see the Fellowship up on the left, as well as you're hovering. There are a lot of visual cues that you can see here to know that you're buying this for the Fellowship. And Or Cure is going to be a super important combo that you're going to need, so make sure that you buy that. And that's going to be all the menuing that you're going to be doing in this level, for this level up. You won't be needing to do any more, so you can go ahead and just hit continue. Are you finished upgrading? Yes. And then yes, you do want to save your game. You save your game here because saving here will allow you to skip a cutscene at the end of the level. So, it's important. You want to go into here, overwrite, save, and then while that's saving, make sure you have your hand on your reset button. When you hit save complete, reset the game. That will then set it up to now have you ready to go, as it skips this really long and annoying cutscene it skips this really long cutscene that doesn't contribute anything, and it's faster to just go back in and it's faster to just go back into the game by resetting your console, coming in here, loading this first file. So do that, and then now you're here where you have your 3 level paths. You have your Path of the King, Path of the Wizard, and Path of the Hobbit. And we're going to be making sure that as you transition here, you're going to want to go to Escape from Osgiliath as your first level. Escape from Path of the Hobbit is going to be your significantly harder areas and more reset heavy, so we try to do them right away. Your least reset heavy areas are going to probably be either Path of the Wizard or Path of the King. So just make sure that you go and start on Path of the Hobbit. Escape from Osgiliath is going to be your first level, and that is where we're going to be starting the next video. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope this tutorial series is helpful. If you have any questions and stuff, there will be links to the Discords down below. So yeah, we'll see you guys in the next part with Escape from Osgiliath.